in what God has done and continues to do. And as we grow in that appreciation, our hope settles on our being with God. That with God, there is hope. There is hope for what? That as a people, we are able to carry on the work that God has given us. That each one of us, in God's plan, has been given a task that flows from the life and the mission of the second person of the Blessed Trinity, true God and true man, Jesus Christ. When he said, "Go therefore and teach all nations," when he said, "Whatever you did to one of the least of my brethren, you did to me," when he said, "Do this in memory of me," that our focus in hope is that as the faithful of Cleveland, because of God's initiative and our response, we as a people of God can handle what lies ahead. Hope is not just, it would be nice if it happened. It's so much more profound than that. Hope is based upon faith. A faith which Mary characterized and voiced as well as anyone in recorded history. Do unto me as you say. Full of faith, she had hope that what was asked of her certainly could be done. She didn't understand how, certainly, that as a virgin she would conceive and give birth to the Son of God. But as a woman of hope, based upon faith, her response was yes. There's a little publication that really seems to be used by many, many people. It's a little prayer book, comes out once a month, called Magnificat. Some of you may or may not be familiar with Magnificat. And it's a little prayer book with also the masses for all the days of that month. The reason that I mention that is that 2 weeks ago, they had a pilgrimage of hope. And they asked, and I was able to say yes to, the invitation to be the principal celebrant and preacher for the Mass with 1,500 to 1,600 people. And the Mass was the Mass of Mary, of divine hope. And reflecting upon her life, how because of her faith, she was able to express the hope that with God it would be possible. And so I wish to share that, not only because hope itself oftentimes is the forgotten virtue, and many times we don't realize just how crucial it is, because faith presents us the relationship that God wishes to establish. Hope is our security in that establishment of faith that it creates. Each one of us are here today because of our faith. Every one of us is here today because we want to know more about it. And certainly the virtues of faith, hope, and charity are the inroad to the innermost spiritual level of our lives as they relate with our loving God. Thank you very much.
Okay, Bishop, don't stray too far because I know we have many questions that we wish to ask of you. For those of you who are new to First Friday Forum, we welcome you. We're glad to have you here. This has to be annually the visit of the bishop is the most attended one, and this is no exception. We have our biggest crowd of the year. For those of you who don't know the drill, on your tables, in the baskets, are cards which we ask you to write any questions that you may have for Bishop Lennon. And I told him before that I will be deciding which questions he gets, so all of the softball questions will be tossed out and only the tough ones will be asked. On our sides here are four seniors actually, from Elyria Catholic High School. We're very glad to have them here. Over the years, Elyria Catholic has been here to help us collect your questions. So if you do have a question and you will raise your hand, one of the students will come and collect those and bring them up here to the front. Already I see several questions. And I assure you that we will have plenty of time for as many questions as possible. If you have the questions, please bring them forward here, and we'll give Bishop Lennon a brief respite here, and then we'll come. Bring them back. Thank you. Bishop, it's fair to say that not everything is going to be related to your topic here. So let's begin. Let's begin. Thank you. Here's one that I just want to start off on an uplifting, and actually I can see that there are many positive questions here. Are there any young people entering the religious life?
For the 3 Septembers that I have been here, 06, 07, and 08, we have had at least 13 young men begin their formation at Borromeo and St. Mary's Seminary each year. We've also had a number of young men who have gone off to some of the religious orders. And I know of at least 4 young women